Alright, so Jungle showed up at my kid's birthday party last weekend, got wasted on Midori melon balls, and then stole a go-kart from the place and drove it to the side of a state trooper's canine unit that was parked at a highway rest stop. And to add insult to injury, I ended up punching a clown / magician / probable pedophile children's performer in the face for grabbing my wife's ass while she was cutting the birthday cake. So here's this week's news stories to make everything else in this god-awful world seem less crappy. First off, there's a killer man-eating tiger in India that's eating a shit ton of people. But don't worry, there's a crack team on the case. As you can tell by this nanny cam, they've jerry-rigged to a tree using an old jockstrap. Hey Indians, you're all gonna fucking die. Sorry. Speaking of idiots and the deadly animals they fear, a couple in Texas claimed that they shot and killed a chupacabra on their ranch. But they didn't. They shot a coyote suffering from mite-induced mange. It's always a coyote suffering from mite-induced mange, you stupid, moronic pud-tuggers. Speaking of awkwardly yanking it, a guy in Connecticut accidentally connected a power saw to his thumb and cut it off, but doctors replaced it with one of his big toes. So congrats to those doctors and to the guy, and here's hoping that he washes his hands real well before beating off, or else he's gonna end up with a nasty case of athlete's dick. A lady in San Francisco is holding a kickfunder thingy to raise money so she can marry her bike. Of course she fucking is. Like the previous guy, I hope she's had all her recent tetanus shots for the honeymoon or else, never mind. Potential lockjaw of the pussy. In sadder, why are people such fucking asshole news? Scam artists are enlisting the homeless to purchase cheap, subsidized cell phones that leave them stricken with thousands of dollars in debt. Or as Jungle calls it, hey man, it's New Cell Phone Tuesday, cause he's kind of a scumbag. A passenger on a Carnival cruise ship last year that caught fire and lost power is suing for mental injury from her poop cruise experience. Which is funny, because I'm pretty sure Jungle would pay a good $400 or $500 to watch a bunch of people slosh around on a cruise ship in their own pee. Because again, he's kind of a scumbag. In other travel news, the UAE Islam Affairs Authority is warning against a manned mission to the planet Mars because they say it would unnecessarily jeopardize human life. So does believing and participating in an archaic and outdated bullshit religion, but nobody seemed to mention that point in the memo they issued. Also in the Middle East, the Egyptian army is claiming that it has discovered a technique to completely cure AIDS and/or hepatitis C. Coming from a nation that's in a constant state of revolt and where most of the homes don't have toilets or running water, I'm gonna stay a little skeptical on this one until actual scientific proof is offered. That being said, I'm gonna have to wrap up this news report pretty soon because a certain mustachioed member of our team is texting me asking me to help them log on to Expedia.com to book a flight to Cairo for next weekend. Godspeed and good luck, you skanky motherfucker. In more people likely to suffer mortal injury because of their own hubris and stupidity news, some jagoff in a flying wingsuit is getting ready to jump off the top of Mount Everest in May for a National Geographic television special. And in a completely unrelated story, the people living at the bottom of Mount Everest will be covering their homes and domiciles with tarps for the entire month of May to avoid having some wannabe dipshit Rocket J Squirrel from splattering his moronic attention-seeking guts all over them. That's all the AFT news stories for this week. Be sure to subscribe to our new channel on YouTube because this is where we'll be posting all the future AFT news videos. And to those of you who are interested in Asked Last Episode, we've posted the links to each of the news stories mentioned today in the YouTube video description below. And until next time, remember, your shit's not nearly as fucked up as most of the cocksuckers we mentioned this week. So cheer the monkey fuck up. Problem solved, problem staying solved. Rangers lead the way.